Hello, Essie here with a Peartree Cutfiles first birthday Pear It Up Challenge. There are lots of challenges going on in the Peartree Cutfiles Facebook group this month in August to celebrate the first birthday of Peartree Cutfiles. And my challenge is challenge 9 and it is pair it with a stencil. So I have got the beach cut file and I have got the Dotty Sunburst stencil. I'm using a sheet of paper from the Highly Swap Carefree range, and that's called High Tide. And I've then got the Dotty stencils, Dotty Sunburst stencil even, and put my teeth in, and I've just used some masking tape to hold that in place on the edges. I've got some Nouveau Crackle paste, and I'm obviously, as you can see, using my spatula to apply that through the stencil. I decided I wanted to, obviously this Dotty Sunburst would be beautiful stencil to use to make a sun effect on your background paper, but I wanted to go for something a little more subtle, so I'm not using traditional sun colours, and I'm using this lovely ivory over that wood grain, and I'm really pleased with the end result when I kind of was hoping that the crackle of the texture paste would sort of emulate the distressed look of that wood grain paper, and I'm really pleased with how it came out. I've finished covering the entire area and I've popped it aside to dry. You'll have to wait a little bit longer to see how it finishes out. And now I'm backing my cut file. I have some vellum and I've cut the cut file from some wood grain cards, just some wood grain patterned paper from my stash. It's a Moda scrap sheet called Wooden Colours. And the reverse of it is striped. And I thought if I was clever and just trimmed that B a little, all of the other letters are symmetrical. So I was able to flip them over and use the reverse without having to cut it out again, which I thought was handy. I'm applying some foam strips along my letters so that they pop and give a bit of dimension. I wanted a really kind of soft effect for this layout. I love this photograph, which I've printed in a larger size. I can't remember exactly what size it is, but obviously it's larger than your average photo. And that's taken from a pier near Bournemouth. And I've forgotten the name of the place. It's beautiful. It might come to me. But I'm just sticking the letters in place. And as you can see, they've got that lovely pretty blue stripe on. Okay, so there's my finished stenciling and it's dry. I'm just going to trim it down. I want to put a border around the page. Just flipping it over so it'll lay flat because it's curled a little at the edges because I've used mixed media on it. But as I'm going to be adding it to another sheet to create a frame, that curl isn't going to matter hugely because it will stick down. So I've got another sheet of the Moda scrap paper there, and I'm actually going to I'm going to gut the middle, and I do stick a sheet of white basil behind as well, just to kind of strengthen the whole thing, because the top layer with the stenciling on has warped a little bit. Using my double-sided tape around the edge. Peeling away a little bit of it, which allows me to just position that piece. And you can see the 12 by 12 is slightly, I've positioned it so I've got a bit extra. The borders are not quite the same size. I can't get my words out. The same size, so I've just trimmed that top and right hand border off so that they are equal all the way round. Now I'm adding some more foam tape to the back of my cut file, and I'm adding it over the top of the letters, because obviously that vellum, if I stick anything anywhere else, you will see it through the vellum. So I'm popping it over the top where the letters, I can see where the letters are, so that you then won't see that on the other side. And I like using these foam sheets, these really cheap foam sheets sold for children's crafts that are self-adhesive, but they're really easy to kind of manipulate and move and bend. As you can see there, I've been able to kind of bend it round in the shape of the C and the B without fiddling with lots of tiny individual bits. And now my photo. I've got some photo mats. I've got photo mats that I've cut from another sheet of the Heidi Swap Carefree. That was Morning Meadow. And then I've also got a sheet from CVS Sunkissed with that yellow. Wanted to add a pop of yellow behind, just to bring another little bit of colour in. Use those as photo mats, slightly off centre, haven't used them equally. Foam sheet in the middle, and popping that photo in the centre of my background, and the beach sign across the corner. Just sticking down where the cut file hasn't quite stuck to the vellum. And I'm using some strong red tape because I want to add some braid across the top there to create the hanging element. And I've also got a little brad ready to go where the hole is as well. Just popping that across the red tape, and that holds it really well. And then putting the brad through on the top. Oh, having trouble splitting that. Haven't used brads for years, but I'm very glad I kept mine because I do use them now and again. A little bit of glue to help it stick on the page. So there's my cut file and my photo placed. And going to add some decorative elements now. These stickers I have had forever. They haven't even, I was just looking to see if they'd got a name on. I don't even know what manufacturer they are, where they're from. I started scrapbooking in about 1999, and had a break for a while. These stickers were from my first round of scrapbooking, so they're pretty old, but I thought they fitted with this layout, so I'm just added that edge along the bottom there, and some little shells just poking out from under the photograph. I've got a pear tree sun up there on the cut file sign, and I love those little flip-flops, they're so cute. Just adding those cork flip-flops at the end of my title, and my title is a foam word from Simple Stories. I think it was the Summer Farmhouse collection that was from. Bramble Fox Seagull. No beach layout is complete without a Bramble Fox Seagull, in my opinion. And I've also stuck a pear tree piece wave, which is also the perfect element for any beach layout. Adding some little stickers from the Heidi Swap Carefree sticker book, which actually I got from Lottie Loves Paper. And I pulled off a clear camera sticker there and stuck it on the photograph above my title. But then I do change my mind. You'll see in a minute I end up taking it off again. Just looking at the word stickers. Adding one in there below my title. And then I've got these lovely yellow pear tree pieces in the felt. And I'm going to add one to the centre of the sun, and that's when I decide I'm going to pull that little sticker off. It doesn't pull off. I'm afraid I do ruin it. I can't get it off without it splitting, but I wanted an extra little hit of that yellow there, so I added that pear tree heart instead. And another one up on my title, or on the cut file even. Thinking about whether I need anything else. Nouveau drops. I was toying with the idea of adding sort of some walnut brown ones to work with the wood grain of the cut file, but I went with the limoncello jewel drops in the end, which are really pretty. Not sure how well you can see them on the video, but hopefully you'll see them on the stills at the end. So all of the challenges are up in our Facebook group, and of course there are prizes. So to be in with a chance of winning a prize, you need to add your layout, which must include a Peartree Cutfile, to the correct album by August the 31st. And I hope you will help us celebrate. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye.